We're very excited that you're here at this forum. Housing is the issue I care a lot about. So I just have one question we're asking all the candidates. What do you say to young people who are looking at this issue? They don't know what they're going to do. Some of them can't afford the rent. And the idea of homeownership is so far away.
I want you to build wealth. I don't want to just build homes. I want you to build wealth. And for me, that means being able to own a home, not just renting. I want you to know that there's a place that you can afford, but I want it to be a place that you afford to buy, not just to rent. Because if you rent all those years, you're paying someone else's mortgage, you should own that place. And most people can afford to rent. They can't afford the down payment. I want to make it so you can have the down payment, and that way you turn into the owner, not the renter.
There's hope, but we got to get politically engaged and organized. We have to demand better from our government. You've been doing this work up at the state, and I'm grateful to you for it. We've been trying to do our part in San Jose. We've cut our permitting times in half, cut our fees. We're actually building again. We sold the first ADU in the state of California. We have more on the market at $500,000. Can you believe it? You can be a homeowner at $500,000 in San Jose. So we can change the trajectory we've been on. We're going to have to think very differently, sacrifice some sacred cows, as they say, but we can get back to growing and being that place that's a destination for upward mobility and opportunity for everyone. But it starts with your question, which is they have to be a place where young people can thrive, and that starts with housing affordability.
An incredibly important part of the California dream is to be able to own a house. And many young people believe that that is not in their future. And I want to say to them, bull. We are going to drive down the cost of housing. We are going to provide housing finance, and we're going to provide down payment assistance. I want to make sure that every young person in California knows that housing is at the top of my list for them. Because this is a state we cannot fail our young people. Buffy is incredible. Just so you know, this woman has led the ability to drive down the cost of housing and make us succeed. But we're not done by a very long shot. And I hope to work very closely with her to get this done for the young people. We're going to make it possible for employed young people to buy a house and live there and build the California dream and build a family. My word on it.
Yeah, I mean, the status quo will not allow you to stay in California, build a home in California, which is what every Californian deserves. If we keep doing kind of what we've been doing, and we allow the same people to control our politics, we'll get the same outcomes. And so I'm the only non-corporate funded candidate in this race. And I'm going to do what is best for Californians. I've got a single parent to 3 teenagers. I don't want them living on my couch. I want them to have apartments and houses and families someday if they choose. So for me, this race is not about the past. It is about what we need to get done in the future.
You know, I grew up in a home with a mom who struggled to make ends meet, and we rented for most of my life. I bought a home at 25 years old working at a nonprofit. Today, the average house home is about $140,000 to $160,000. Young people can't afford that anymore. We've got to fix that, and that's what today's event is all about. Ideas about how we accelerate the building of housing, home ownership, part of the California dream and the American dream, but importantly, the repository for building your wealth. That's how people build wealth. And so I'm excited about the initiative on the ballot for first-time home buyers, build up to 190,000 units of new housing, give people the opportunity to buy a home, first-time buyer assistance, no cost to the taxpayer.
Great. Well, I appreciate you coming here, all the candidates coming today. I think this is like the #1 underpinning issue in our state. So thanks so much thanks for running, and thanks for all your leadership.
Thank you.